Okay, so I figured something out. If you look at the thumbnail for episode 4, uh, you may notice that there are two buildings that are identical, placed in the exact same configuration. That's not supposed to happen. And the reason is this one little line of code here that I have commented out. This is something I comment out when I'm testing dungeons that don't have all the rooms they need to actually properly generate a full dungeon. And it removes duplicate rooms. Without this line of code, you'll get the same room in a dungeon generating more than once per floor. With this line of code, that doesn't happen. And I just played through the entire game without noticing it until just now. I was analyzing the thumbnail of episode 4 and realizing, yep, it's duplicating rooms and it shouldn't be. So, quick little overview of how this procedural dungeon generation actually works is that it takes, basically there's, I'm not sure how to explain this as simply as I can, but basically it creates a 4x3 grid, and creates and fills that grid with rooms that connect based on various rules that I have established here. So it's basically like, okay, there's 4 rooms across, and then another 4 rooms and another 4 rooms in a 4x3 grid, and it makes sure that all those rooms are connected. And I have folders with image files that actually contain the exact number of rooms needed to be able to create any configuration without duplicates. I think it's something like 83 rooms without variance, and then with variance it jumps up to about 180 or something like that. And I can go into more detail about that on my Strack Blue channel. If you actually look, I think I have a video about ProcGen on that channel. But this stupid line of code was commented out for the entire Let's Play, and was creating duplicate rooms. It basically just, it would generate a room and then it would not remove it from the list. And anyway, welcome back to Thrall. What happened? There we go. Welcome back to Thrall. Okay, we got one more episode today. And then after this, we're going to either move on to something else, or I'm actually going to jump back into my Strack Blue channel to do some game development, probably some live streams. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, last episode we went to the Shrouded Peaks, we recruited the Spy Master, and then we actually took on some optional jobs for her, using the job board that is now available to us. And we found our very first legendary weapon, the Offensive Rock. Before we do anything, let's actually take this to Raphael and get it appraised. So we're going to appraise, and we are going to appraise the Offensive Rock. And we will go to the guide and see what that does. So offensive means plus 15% damage, plus 5% crit, and fast accessory. And the rock is a sword, doesn't let you jump over pits. Effect always generates with the fast accessory, grants plus 30% dex stat over swords of similar quality. The name and flavor text references the item Rock's Feather from the Legend of Zelda series, which allowed for players to jump, potentially clearing gaps in the terrain. So that's quite nice. Okay. Now, we kind of ended the episode in a bit of a hurry last time, so we haven't actually cleared out our inventory, we haven't sold all our stuff yet, so we'll check the shops, sell everything that we need to sell. I don't think there's anything Yeah, no, we'll just sell everything, basically. Just want to make sure... Oh, who could... nah, you don't need that. Okay, and now let's actually just check. Not bad, but bonus XP I don't really care about. What about these guys? No, I think we're good with what we got. Okay, so... And let's just check Jafar real quick. Always buy a golden key. Limit Onion's pretty good. Completely fills overdrive gauge, so... We could use that to use our overdrive and then... get another overdrive right away. Ooh, oh, I'm a little sleepy today, so we'll see how I do on this episode. Okay, I think we're pretty good. We've got lots of items to get us going here. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, you know what? I'm tempted to respec, so let me see here, because we're wasting some skill points the way that we've got this set up right now. What we could actually do, we have enough skill points that we could get to the middle of a tree and then to the fourth skill in another tree. And what I'm thinking we might want to do is with Damien, maybe we try this. Maybe we go Overkill, Killer, and Bloody. Ooh. 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 Or... He doesn't have a dagger, does he? No, he doesn't. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Because what we can do is, while he's an overkill, stalking then, he would get 50% bonus damage, lifesteal, 10% crit chance, and when he kills an enemy... He not only stores the overkill, but gets bonus critical hit damage for 15 turns. Now, if I was to do some strategies like, say, I use Mel's Invigorate to immediately recharge his stalking, then I can go into stalking again, and with that bonus crit chance and crit damage, score a crit, spending the overkill, and then storing it up again. And here's the thing about overkill. With Killer, if you deal a critical hit damage, or if you deal a critical hit, the overkill damage is doubled. It does not normally happen with a critical hit unless you have Killer. Killer's the only thing that actually doubles the overkill damage, which means that you can not just compound the overkill damage, you can multiply it. So that could be a good choice for Damien. Mel, I'm really liking her speccing into Chaos. But it might be nice to get her down into Fragile or Immediacy. Either one of those. So I think we'll maybe respec and get her down to there. Lionel's doing okay. I don't think there's actually any reason to respec Lionel. Because there's no point in getting into sidearm unless we decide we want to go into either Angelic or Serrated. Serrated could be good though, but here's the thing. Unless I have a weapon to switch him into, then that's not really going to achieve much. But we will respec Mel and Damien. So the plan for today is we're going to do an optional mission for Lucille. Do I want Fragile? High voltage gives us increased crit chance with shock weapons. Fragile increases damage against frozen enemies. Well, we definitely want burst. Burst damage with intensity. Quick charge I think would still be good, and absorbing. So now we have 4 skill points. Do we... You know what? Immediacy might actually be a good idea. She's got crit damage with the Royal. If we give her Immediacy, There, now she gets the fast accessory with any elemental weapon, and if she has chaos applied to anything, it'll be treated as an elemental weapon, and she gets that fast accessory. She gets first turn priority in battle. Yeah, and then if I use Shock Burst, I get the damage bonus, the crit damage, or the crit chance bonus, fast accessory, and because this sword has crit damage, not only does she get that bonus crit chance, she also gets the crit damage. Yeah, that's good for Mel. Damien, let's go with Savage, Skinning, Overkill, Deadly, Acclamation, Killer, Bloody. There we go. Alright, now we're talking. Okay, so yeah, the objective for today is to complete this optional job for Lucille here, at which point we'll basically be done everything we can do story-wise, but then as well, the other thing we're going to want to do is talk to Jess about utilizing some of these pain settings, and I particularly want to be able to enable Monstrous and take on all the bosses in the dungeons that we've currently cleared so far. They all gain some unique trait. I'd like to showcase that a little bit. And for most of the dungeons, it's going to be fairly quick and simple. We just clear through it and we're good. But I do want to showcase that. So we'll maybe turn our pain health threshold up to 5, turn on Monstrous, clear some bosses, see what we can do there. Anyway, for now, let's talk to Lucille. Hello, beautiful. How can I make you smile today? It seems you've already succeeded at that. Then my work is done. Maybe we can celebrate over dinner together. You certainly are persistent, but you will have to try harder than that. Wouldn't be any fun otherwise. Damien. Tell me something, Lucille, and answer honestly. What are you really looking for? Do you really intend to live a life without any passion or romance? I know, you're devoted to your god, and sure, that's fine. But would your god really want you to live a life of solitude? What you may see as solitude, I see as pure. I do not feel alone. I have friends, such as yourself. And that's enough for you? You don't have any desire for anything more intimate? Who said I did not? Of course I desire love. Oh, what? Wait, what? What is more human than the desire to be loved? To deny such feelings would be blind and foolish. Until such a time as I pass from this realm, I am still human. But what you seek, it is not love. Intimacy, perhaps, but I do not believe your desires stem from your heart. You ask what I am looking for. I am looking for godliness in all things, including love. Intimacy is built outside of the bedroom, Damien. Sex is merely an expression of intimacy, but it does not create it. Wow, you are way more blunt than I expected. I am not so chaste as to be naive. And what if I'm not just looking to get laid? What if I actually am serious? Then you would be able to tell me that you love me. I have yet to hear that word escape your lips. You do not yet know me. Do not say that you love me. Damien, emotions and attractions are simple things, but love is complex. Love is commitment, devotion. True love is unconditional. I do believe that you have strong emotions, but I do not believe in the depth of your conviction. Until such a time, I will not be swayed by words. Then how can I show you devotion? You live in shadows, Damien. I am a servant of the light. I do not believe our lives are meant to intertwine. But I will not deny you the opportunity to change. Would you embark on a pilgrimage? A what? A journey of religious significance. If you would travel peacefully and in quiet reflection to a holy place, it may reveal certain truths. Not just to me about your intentions, but to you about the divine. You want me to travel somewhere? Sure, I can do that. Do not take this so lightly. If the destination is all that mattered, this would be no true test, would it? It is the journey that is significant. If you truly are serious, then travel beyond the shrouded peaks. Despite the landmarks, those mountains are considered holy by some. But you must do so unarmed. You may bring your friends to bear witness to your journey, but you must go peacefully. This is a journey of reflection and enlightenment. You want me to cross those mountains unarmed? Yes. And do not presume to avoid conflict. The journey to enlightenment requires sacrifice. You must overcome whatever challenges you face, but you must do so peacefully. That certainly does sound like a challenge. I'll do it. We shall see. As I said, I will not be swayed by words. Let your actions speak, Damien. Then, perhaps I will have ears to hear. Okay, so we have to go on a pilgrimage to the Shrouded Peaks while Damien is unarmed. This could be challenging, but let's give it a try. Ah, yes, and we can technically go to the Demico Estate, but if we do go here, it's going to crash the game, because it doesn't, it's not finished yet, and, I just disabled that, removing the duplicate rooms line of code. Maybe once this is done, I can show you what that's like without that, just to show you what I've gotten done so far. It's not much, I'll be honest, but we can maybe look at that later. Alright, let's go to the Shrouded Peaks. During Damien's pilgrimage, Damien must remain unarmed. If Damien equips a weapon at any time, the pilgrimage will fail and he will have to try again. In addition, the auto-kill setting must remain off as well. Auto-kill will be turned off now, and you'll have the opportunity to unequip Damien's weapons. So, auto-kill is off. If at any point that turns on, this mission will fail, and we have to take it up again from Lucille. As for Damien, he must not have a weapon equipped. If at any point he has any weapon equipped, that objective will fail. So starting now, Damien is basically helpless, and we are going to have to fight every enemy we come across. Alright, let's do it. We're probably not going to waste too much time working our way through. We're just going to go straight through to the next floor. If we take the time to explore every floor and find every chest, we may end up in a bit of trouble. So if we come across one, great, but that's all we can do. Although, yeah, we do have this really amazing sword, so that's good. Yeah, Damien basically can't do anything right now. Disabling mace and a javelin. Okay. Ah! Okay, Ice Burst on the pail. Don't beat up on Damien, that's not nice. He can't even do anything. Everyone gained a level, okay. Spear, shield, and an orange, okay. Okay, we gotta find the exit here. There it is. That's right, you can't catch me. That hawk is surprisingly stationary. Okay, there we go. Yeah, hawks usually don't hover in place, they usually just keep flying. Oh, okay, do we want to use... Yeah, why not? Let's use our overdrives to take out one of these new bloods right now. Oh, goodbye. I don't know if those are both crits or if that's just his base damage. I don't think so. No, his base damage is only like 300, so... Yeah, that had to have been a crit. Yeah, there we go. Oh, so because Mel has a sword and she's got fire element, she could start using Flurry to double stack the burn stats. Ooh, a limit onion. That was a good item. Ooh, okay, nope. Bye-bye, bird. Okay, oh, here we go. Nice chest. Fiery halberd and heal mushroom. So glad that we have that increased inventory space. We don't have to sort through everything quite as much. Ah, it's right there. Let's just go for it. Double hatchet and a weakening knife. Not very good, but okay. Weak herb. Ah, Okay. Attack. Mel. Shock Burst. Lionel attack. Jeepers, Damien. Floor 6. Oh! Yes, we do. We have a golden key. Oh, a big goat. Okay. Let's see. We'll take out the weak one first. Mel. Okay, use Ice Burst on it. Lionel finish it off. Then Mel. Hold on a sec. There it is. Fire Burst on the ice one. And let the fire finish it off. Mel, Flurry on the big goat. Shock Burst. Gotcha. Oh, this thing's beefy. Does not want to go down. There we go. Invigorating Shield. That could be... that is just a straight improvement over the one that Mel has. It's even got the same prefix. I may want to give it to Damien eventually. You know what? Actually, yeah, I think Damien would make better use of that. The Hardy Buckler also offers regen. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's, yeah, not really any reason not to. Good, okay. Now let's test our luck, see what we can find. A Rousing Cloak and Vampire Dust. Well, the Vampire Dust is very good. That's a full restore revival item. Oh, okay. Rousing Cloak, weak resist and cooldown. That's really good stats. Cooldown would probably be better for Mel. Although, you know, now that we're focusing a little bit more on Damien's stalking ability, you know what? Yeah, there's gonna come a point where we just need to get rid of some of the regen stuff. It's just how it's gotta be. I like that look too. You know what? Actually, this is Damien's pilgrimage. Let's have him be the party leader. Yeah, the white armor with the black cape. That looks really cool. Okay. Ice Burst. Attack. Mel, finish him off. Nice block. Insulated shoes, okay. Okay, we're on the 6th floor. I have no idea where the exit is. Down here, maybe? Yeah, go away. There. Oh, sweet. And a chest, too. A Diligent Helmet. Very nice. Okay. I mean, Damien needs it more. Some bonus XP and fire resistance. Let's see. Oh, and Damien technically has the lowest experience of anyone. Okay, yeah, we're gonna start replacing all our regen stuff, but dang, Damien is geared up now. He's got some good stuff. Okay, alright, next floor. Floor 7. Oop. No avoiding that one. Oh, an elite. Okay, we're just gonna take that guy out right now. Done. Good. Mel, Fire Burst on this one. Yep, not gonna mess around with these guys. Done. Incombustible Cloak, very nice. Well, I think that's gonna be good for Mel. Some fire resist, all around better stats. Why not? Green armor, red cloak, or red skirt. Not bad. A little bit festive, let's say, but that's alright. I saw a chest over here, so we're gonna go for that. A double falchion and an iceberry. Okay. Floor 8. Okay. Well, we're getting there. A knife and a torch. I don't think we have any torches, so we'll take one. We probably don't need that many oranges. Well, there's the exit. How do we get there? Oh, there's a chest. Another knife and an orange. Yeah, we don't need that orange. We got tons. I'm actually impressed that we haven't been able to, or haven't needed to use as many healing items as we might have otherwise. But I think making good use of regen armors and... Oh, okay. A hardy goblin. Enemies have more HP. Yeah, making use of regen armors and the cover ability has been a good way to keep us going without needing to rely too much on healing items. Okay, we're going to use a shock burst on this one. Okay, now Lionel try to finish it off. Oh, not quite. Okay. I was hoping I could have seized it, because then maybe I could... Okay, fire burst on this one. Lionel finish that one off. Mel, try to double stack burn on the elite. And then Lionel, well, he got one stack. Oh, of course, and it heals itself. Oh, and I didn't stack it that time. Oh, for crying out loud. These guys are... Okay, these guys are being a little bit frustrating. They're not doing much damage, though, so maybe what we'll do is we'll turn on the... Oof. We'll turn on the pain setting that increases enemy damage. I am going to have to do more balancing of enemy stats at some point. But, jeepers, okay, this guy's just relentless with the spells. We got him. Ooh, okay, a remedial circlet, heavy mace, and a shield. Now, I think I'm going to give Damien this. Even though I just gave him the helmet, I'll maybe give the helmet then to Lionel, and then Damien can keep his regen. Yeah, there we go. Remedial circlet, regen and ice resist. Lionel, you can get the diligent helmet. Some fire resist and bonus XP. Yeah, that'll do. Nice, we're getting some good stuff. Okay, floor 9. This should be the last floor. As long as we didn't turn on... Yeah, no, all our pain settings are reset. If we had turned on Abyss, that would have been a bad idea for this particular side mission. Okay, we'll do Mach Speed on the fire one. Mel, Flurry. Okay, alright. Focus on this one, let the burn take that one down a little bit. Nice. Good. Okay. Clothes. Alright. Oh, there's the exit. Alright, let's get out of here. Grape and some gold. Okay. Alright. Finally made it. Thanks for coming with me for this. I know it probably seems stupid. I think it's sweet. A tad deluded, but sweet. Do you really think this is going to impress Lucille? She's not exactly what I had pegged for your type. I really don't know. I mean, yeah, she's beautiful, but so are lots of girls. And the whole religion thing, I don't think I'll ever really change my views on that. This may just be a waste of time. But there's something about her. I've lived in darkness my whole life, and yet she doesn't judge me or think I'm some sort of monster. She's radiant. She shines so brightly it makes my eyes hurt, but I just can't seem to look away. Damien, don't put her on a pedestal. Yeah, she's great, but she's a person, just like you. If you start looking at her like she's some sort of goddess, you're going to make her uncomfortable, and you'll blind yourself to reality. I know. I'm not saying this out of blind infatuation or anything. It's more like... Have you ever shown someone the worst side of yourself and they still accepted you for it? Yeah, on the rooftop when we got back with Jess. Where I'm from, you don't show your heart to anyone because they can use it against you. Even you guys, as much as you're my friends and I trust you, there's things that you don't know about me. Things I'll probably never share. Lucille doesn't judge. Period. It's rare to find a person like that. She makes me want to be a better man. I've never felt that before. So if going on this pilgrimage or whatever shows her that I'm not just screwing around, then maybe I can talk with her a bit more. Get to know the real her. Not some holier-than-thou version, but the girl behind all that. Damien, the point of going on a pilgrimage wasn't for you to go on a date. You were supposed to reflect. Lucille meant for this to be a way for you to know God. You think I don't know that? At least I fucking tried. I know that I'll never be the God lover she is. And if that means she'll never take me, then fine. But I have to try. And it's not like this pilgrimage was worthless. I did reflect. Maybe not about God or anything, but about why I'm doing this. About how I really do feel. Do you love her? Yeah. I love her. Those are words I've never said before. But do you even know her? Not in the way you're asking. I don't know where she's come from or much about her personality. I don't know her background or her favorite food. I don't know if she snores or takes up 3/4 of a bed when she sleeps. But Lucille is someone who thinks about others before herself. Not out of self-interest, not out of guilt, but just because that's who she is. That's why I love her. Then go to her. She may not accept you to the extent that you want, but if you're okay with that, then do your best. I will. I think I'm finally starting to understand what she meant when she said that love is unconditional. If she still won't have me, then so be it. It doesn't change how I feel. As long as you keep that perspective in mind. Let's head back, Damien. Agreed. Let's go home. You came back? Yeah. I did as you asked. And? What did you learn? I learned that I'm not as pious a man as you probably need me to be. But I am who I am. And if nothing else, I know that I can become a better man. I'm impressed that you followed through. I truly did not expect you to. Does that mean I can have a date? No. But your efforts will not go unrewarded. Take this. I forgot about this. The Hardy Avatar. Baby, you're my forever girl. I wonder what that's a reference to. Any of you who've seen the actual animated TV show, the masterpiece that was Avatar Last Airbender, not the live action movie, but yeah. Okay. Oh, thanks. You've surprised me, Damien. I look forward to speaking with you again soon. I love you. I love you, Lucille. That's what I learned on that mountain. Words are not toys. Please do not use them so lightly. Lucille. Wait, Lucille! Shit. Shit. Ouch. Well, there's definitely going to be more to that moving forward, but not really much to say right now. Yeah. Ouch, Damien. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for what's available in the demo right now. Let's take a look at this armor we just found. First up, let's actually get it appraised. Then we can see what it does. And then we'll be able to see who it would be best for. Where is it? There it is. Hardy Avatar. We'll appraise that. Always generates with the regen accessory. HP regen is equal to 0.5% of the user's max HP multiplied by the number of status ailments inflicted on the user: burn, freeze, seize, and weak. So if you have all 4 status ailments afflicted to you, you regenerate 2% of your HP every turn. But if you don't have any, then you don't regenerate anything. So the more status ailments you get inflicted with, the higher the regen. Okay. Trivia: the name of flavor text references a quote from the TV series Avatar: The Last Airbender. This armor does not provide any HP regen if the equipped character does not have any statuses applied. For each status applied to the user, the HP regen is increased by 0.5%. For example, if the user inflicted with Burn and Sea status, this armor will offer 1% HP regen. The number of Burn or Freeze stacks does not matter. Okay. So it's a regen armor based on statuses. Well, that's probably not going to be good for Lionel because he clears statuses on himself when he applies Aura, which also gives him regen. So kind of pointless there. Mel actually gets, if I wanted to spec into it, resistance to statuses, so that's probably a bad idea as well. Might be good for Damien, and it is an improvement over his current thing. That offers cooldown. This offers regen if he's inflicted with it. It's more health, a lot less defense, a lot more resistance, holy smokes, and only a little less evasion. You know what? Let's give him the avatar. It was a gift from Lucille, after all. Plus, pure white armor with a pure white cape. That's pretty cool. Sensible considering what we just went on. I think it's actually hard-coded to change the armor and the cape to pure white, but yeah. We'll give him back his weapon. Okay, that rousing cloak is not as good anymore, even though we just found it. It's actually worse than everything else we have. Okay, well, let's check the shops. Heal mushroom, golden key. Always want to buy a golden key. We don't need all these oranges anymore. That's a lot of oranges. We don't need that many. We may stash some of this other stuff, though. Let's see here. We'll even sell some of these oranges. Stash an apple, heal mushroom, vampire dust, and the limit onion. We don't need all that stuff. Sell a couple more oranges and buy a golden key. There we go. Alright, let's check the shops over here. Parrying sword, lethal greatsword. Arguably better, but not significantly so. How about Emily? Evasive cloak, burning gauntlets. Okay. Nothing amazing. Yeah, we can just sell all this stuff, and we've got ourselves a hefty amount of gold right now. We are quite rich. So, let's store our gold. We actually have, yeah, 11,000 gold now. If we find ourselves... You know what? Oh, it's too late. We sold everything. We can appraise what we do have. Just, there. Now we get all those prefixes. We can see what they all do. And, you know, we got the money. Let's increase our capacity a little more. Let's do those ones and one more of each of those. There. Store that gold. And, yeah, so now we can have up to 16 of everything. And in our storage, we can actually have up to 14 of everything. Not that we've been really using our storage, but might as well increase it if we got the funds for it. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to talk to Jess. We are going to set our pain settings. Let's go Monstrous. Enemies haven't been doing a ton of damage, so let's go with firepower and... Horde. There we go. Alright, pain threshold has been reached. Now, honestly, that's not really going to apply very much to anything that we have auto-kill on for. Which we are going to turn on because I don't want to grind through a bunch of, you know, pathetically weak enemies. But let's see what we can do. Okay, we don't have anything in the Bloodstone Mine, so we'll maybe start with the Liar Forest. Let's do a rescue, kill, and kill mission in the Liar Forest. Let's actually check these rewards as well. Ooh, maybe a Leston might be the better way to go. Let's do a Leston first, actually, because our reward for that is an epic rarity weapon. Now, granted, it's only going to be level 13, but let's do that. And yeah, now that we've got Monstrous turned on, we're going to see what all the bosses are like now that they have new and unique challenges. So we need to kill a hiding vampire and find a special item in a Leston. And then we will just carry on through until we face the boss. You know what, we're not going to mess around. Everything we find here is only going to be level 13, so if we... You know, we're actually just going to salvage this stuff. It's not even really worth the money at this point. You know, 63 gold, ooh, whoop-dee. It's, the materials that we could use to salvage them for to get, stuff to craft, I think is actually going to be more valuable. New Bloods, okay. It's going to be more valuable than the gold that we could sell that stuff for. There we go. New Blood's down. Stable cape and a golden key. I'll never say no to a golden key. Ever. Okay. That's objective 1 complete. Let's move on. Get to, I think it's floor 5, where we need to find a special item. Okay, the floor's got to be around here somewhere. There we go. Oh, well, let's at least see what's available. Okay. That's, I think, 4 more materials. Find enough of that, and we can maybe even craft ourselves a legendary. Not on this run, obviously. It's, I think it's 250 materials for a legendary, and we're not even at 100. Destination floor. Yeah, we only have 79 materials. Okay, there's the exit, so keep that in mind. Kind of the upper left corner. Ah, there it is. Good. Clothes and a flower. Found the package. Nope, we don't want to leave, because we're going to go on and face the boss. Floor 6. Floor 7. Oh, there it is. And back at the cathedral. Okay. I think we are good to go. Yeah, let's just go face the boss. This guy probably won't be too much of a challenge. We're pretty high level. We got some really good gear. And yeah, when you come back to these places, you can actually explore them a little bit. And it's quite a nice little cathedral. Lots to see. I did take a little bit of extra care to make sure that the overlays were all properly in place and collision detection is proper, so they can't come here and then walk immediately off the ledge. And vice versa, you can't walk up onto the ledge from down here. I did take some extra care with this particular map because I found it to be just so pretty. Alright, well, let's have a rematch against Carlos. Okay, so normally, when facing Carlos, he would turn into kind of that condensed fog once he gets to about half health and it regenerates some health. This time, a little bit different. You notice, first off, he doesn't start with any minions. You're more troublesome than I expected, but I still have some tricks up my sleeve. But now he does this. There's a bunch of bats. And he's turned into one of them, but I don't know which one. Wasn't that one. Not that one. No. Okay. There he is. That's the one. So you gotta find out which one is him. And when he comes back, he's fully healed. You know what, Damien? Stalking, we're gonna try to stack up some overkill on that bat. Not bad. And then you know what? Let's use Invigorate on Damien. Use Stalking again. Now he's got the bonus crit chance, or bonus crit damage of Killer, and the bonus crit chance of Bloody from Stalking. Yeah, okay, well we spent the overkill, but we didn't get the critical hit. That's a shame. Oh well. And he's actually got more fight in him than I expected. He's not doing much damage, but that's to be expected. He's quite a low level right now. And here we go again. Nope. You? No. You. No. You. There he is. Okay. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Stalking. Attack. Mel. Fireburst. Damien. Theft on the bat. Nice. Lionel, use Mach Speed. Nice hit. Mel, use Flurry. You've got your fire element on your sword. Perfect. Yeah, light him up. And now attack. I didn't spend as much overkill as I thought I would have. Mel, stack up that fire again. Damien attack. Lionel attack. Yeah, and I think we're pretty much done here. Yeah, he's done. Got him. A Nimble Cloak. Level 13, that is not very good, but that does sell for a lot, so we'll take that. I'm actually not worried about those. Okay. You're back. Did you get the package? Successfully delivered. Nice. Here's a reward. Warp Nut. Okay. And for killing the vampire, what do we get? A chiseled dagger. At level 80, that's not great, but you know what? It is 3 less dex, 13 less damage, more accuracy, more crit chance, more crit damage, no knockback, but if I spec Damien back into his knife skills, even at level 13, that is probably a good weapon for him. That might actually be a really good choice for Damien. Let's see, you know what, he's got 1 skill point. Let's spend it right now on Knife Man and see how that changes things. It's better. Even though it's 13 less base damage, as soon as he gets Knife Man, he gets 20% bonus damage, and that sets it to 96 compared to him using that mace and having 93. So there's no downside. Absolutely. Okay, here's what we're going to do then. Damien, you get that dagger. I just realized I didn't do something. Where is it? Favorite the Hardy Avatar. Yep. Okay. Surprisingly, that was actually a useful... I need to get some gold. Why do I have 0 gold? Did I store it all? I did. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, respec Damien. And now that he's got that dagger, we're gonna go hard into that. Increased resistance to weak status. No. Yeah, Thirst, Poison Blade, and we may even use Deep Wounds. Plus 10% crit chance when using Throw, which is cumulative with a plus 5% crit chance that you normally get from that skill. Before we do that, we'll go Savage, Skinning, Overkill. That for sure. And we have 5 skill points? I just realized we could maybe have even gone as far as either Contagious or Sneak Attack. But no, I think we will do Deep Wounds though. Plus 10% crit chance when using the Throw skill with knives. And we got 1 more skill point. Let's just add Deadly, 5% more crit chance. Yeah, the rest, you guys can save those up. And now Damien's got himself a really nice weapon that synergizes really well for him. That's actually really good. Okay, let's take some more jobs, and this time we need either the Bloodstone Mine or the Lyre Forest, or the Shrouded Peaks here. So let's see, Bloodstone Mine, Bloodstone Mine. Let's check the rewards. Okay, we can get an epic item from the Shrouded Peaks, so maybe we'll do that. Maybe. Epic item is... okay. Let's do the Bloodstone Mine real quick. Okay, we need to deliver a Death Bloom. And then retrieve and kill. Let's actually see if Jafar selling a Death Bloom. He is. Okay, so we will make use of that. Sell one of those. Death Bloom, buy that. I just realized we have 2 golden keys. We don't need to carry that many with us all the time. And now we can actually probably stop buying the golden keys. We have plenty. But okay, we've got a Death Bloom, so we need to deliver this to Bloodstone Mine first floor, so that's at least handy. We don't have to carry it with us the entire time. Oh, that Hollow Mace is actually now better than the Royal for Mel. You know what? Yeah, I'm getting a little bit sick of finding tons and tons and tons of loot with every single encounter. So we'll give Mel the mace instead. Nope. Okay. Alright, and now with... we didn't increase our threshold, did we? No, because although we did fight the boss, we did not get the shard. So... let's go to the Bloodstone Mine and see what the Monstrous boss is there. Been a while since we've been back here. First floor. Okay, we gotta deliver a Death Bloom. Oh, there he is. Right, and even the people you deliver to have, you know, themed kind of sprites. So this guy looks like a miner or a foreman with the hard hat and everything. Did you bring what I asked? Delivered the Death Bloom. No, we don't need to leave. That mission is clear. We no longer have our Death Bloom. Okay, that works. Alright, next floor. Reach the destination floor. What are we doing here? Killing a vampire. Okay. Oh, there he is. Well, they only scaled to level 9 here. Well, this isn't going to be a challenge at all. No, we don't want to leave. Next is find a special item on the 4th floor. Oh shoot, where is the exit? I thought we saw it already. Must not have. Oh, there it is. Oh, and a chest. Okay. Salvage some materials. 3rd floor. Okay, there's the exit, but there's a chest right here. We'll just take a look. Okay. Destination floor. There it is. Both the exit and the item. Take the package. And now let's carry on to the boss room. Perfect. And there he is, the big spider. So, what is in store for us for this boss? A double boss. 2 spiders. And the same rules apply, so after a certain point, they... we'll see shortly here. Change element. And they do change element independently of each other. Okay, so now I get plus 10% crit chance with using Throw. Now Throw deals a little less damage, but it gets a plus 5% crit bonus. With Damien's new skill, that plus 5% now becomes plus 15% crit chance. Let's see how this does. Nice. Beautiful. So that's, yeah, that's a good way to score critical hits with Damien. Throw him into stalking, throw that dagger. Okay, so it's an ice spider now. Fire burst is on cooldown. Okay, let's try to get this one down as well. There we go. Okay, Damien, throw a dagger. Mel, Ice Burst on the Fire Spider. We don't really need to worry about these guys too much. They are still only level 7, but you can imagine how this would be a lot harder if they were scaling to our level, which they will on New Game Plus or Adventure Mode, whichever one I end up implementing for this game. Shatter, why not? Let's see if we can... Okay, charge that up. 2... Oh, really? I missed twice? That's hideous. Okay. Throw a dagger on this one. No crit. Alright, 2 weak spiders. Let's finish these guys off. It's 1. 2. Okay, there we go. That's 1 down. Almost. Done. Here we go! Okay, so we got a Fierce Club, and we got a Yellow Shard, attached to an armor to increase its defense by 1. Not very good, but that is our first shard. Okay, what do we get? An orange? Sure, why not? And... deliver the package. Poleaxe, just salvage it. Oh, right, there was 3 missions. 540 gold, okay, that was worth it. Okay, we got our first shard. This is the rewards of utilizing the pain system. And for collecting a shard at our threshold has now increased by 1. I may want to increase it by 2, I'm not sure yet. At the same time, no. No, increasing it by 1 is good. But okay, we now have a yellow shard. We can attach it to an armor to increase its defense by 1. Yeah, it's only by 1, but that's because that spider was only level 7. And our potency is only at 5. So, I mean, we might as well. Like, who needs more defense? Damien definitely does. That robe only offers 10 defense. Let's augment it. So let's see what this does. When we use the yellow shard, would you like to augment? Let's augment a body armor. Like, we can... Oh. Actually, yeah, we'll augment body armor. Whose armor? And you can even see the icon. We'll go with Damien's. Damien's armor has 10 defense, augmenting this weapon. Oh, that's a typo. Should say armor. Augmenting this armor will increase the defense to 11. Do you want to continue? Yes. Damien's armor has been augmented. Armor defense is permanently increased. And now if you check that armor, it has 11, and you can see in the icon, in the bottom left corner, there's that little yellow star. Not the star for it being favorited, but the star in the corner, in the bottom left there. That indicates that there's a yellow shard on that armor. It cannot be removed, and this armor can no longer be augmented by another shard. So you can't put like 17 yellow shards on here and just make a level 1 item have ridiculous stats. You also can't augment different parts of the armor. You can only augment something once. But you can augment every single armor. So yeah, that is our first shard and our first augmented armor. And now we've seen 2 of the monstrous bosses. So let's actually go back to our pain settings now, and let's up our threshold 1 more. Let's maybe go with Famine. Healing items restore less HP. We're not really using them, so that shouldn't hurt us too much. And now the rewards increase further. So 10% more gold, plus 1% drop chance, plus 2% rarity, and potency of shards is now set to 6. We can increase it further if we want, but we're not going to get any more rewards. That'll exceed our threshold. Okay. So, let's talk to Jess here. What else do we have? Let's see, we did Aleston, we did the Bloodstone Mine, we still have the Lyre Forest, we have the Shrouded Peaks, and then there's the Jagged Lagoon as well, but I'm going to save that one for last. So, Lyre Forest, well, let's see, what are the rewards? No epic anything or others, so we may just do the Lyre Forest, those 2 kill missions on floors 2 and 3. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, you know what? Always, let's check the shops. Never know what you might find. Nothing crazy. How about over here? Dang. That is good. But it is one level above us, so no point. We did just get a new dagger. Fortified robe and needle armor. Interesting. Okay. Nothing to worry about there, though. How's our items looking? Yeah, we're pretty good. Okay. Alright, we're going to move back on. We're going to go to Lyre Forest. And see what the boss is like there. Take on a few extra jobs. And same as before, we're just going to cruise through. Oh, there's a chest. I will always go for chests, at least the ones with the gold trim. Those are... Severing Nightsword, not bad. Sells for a fair bit. We'll take anything blue rarity and above, because the gold value of them may actually be worthwhile. Everything else we'll just salvage. Reached a destination floor. I don't even really care about the item bags. I probably should check, because there is a chance you could get something really, really good from them. And consumable items are not as affected by level as other things. Okay, what are we doing on this floor? Killing the hiding vampire. Did we pass it already? Is he up here? Oh, there it is. Did we walk right past it the whole time? I don't know. Okay, Mach speed. 1, 2. Looks like mother and daughter or something. Throw. Done. Good. A fever mace. Not very good, but it sells for a bit. Okay, and we are killing a vampire on this floor as well. And there it is right there. Perfect. Okay, attack, Mel. Just attack. You've got a fire element on your mace. Damien, why not? Use theft. Guarantee a drop. Level 18. No. Who's level 18? Damien and Lionel. Lionel's got 2 skill points. Damien has 1. Let's lean into our crit damage more. We might as well spend the skill points, because we're probably not going to gain any more levels. And this playthrough is almost done. No, we'll save him for now. Ooh. We've got lots of golden keys. It's not really a waste. It is going to be low level. But let's see what we find. Club, prepared buckler, and a vigorous badge. So the prepared buckler is not really that great, but the vigorous badge is not bad. More defense, more resistance, more health, a little less evasion, still cooldown, and fire elemental resistance as well. Really, the only downside is a little less evasion, and you don't get the Sanctity's special effect, but that effect can be a bit of a double-edged sword. So, if anything, that actually is a worthwhile trade-off. Dang, okay, everybody's got blue and purple armors, and purple weapons, and then Lionel's even got a legendary. We are not using a single piece of green equipment or lower now. That's kind of awesome. Okay, we've cleared all the jobs here, so now we just gotta go straight through until we find the boss. Floor 5. Oh, no fair. I have auto kill on. They shouldn't be able to send me back a floor. Don't do it again. Okay. Floor 6, right there. Perfect. Yeah, we're just gonna go straight through. Oh, perfect. Floor 7. Alright, and we're at the end here. And there is Ivy once more. So, let's see. Yeah, we're good to go. Let's just see what we're dealing with. Wrathful Ivy. So immediately, she starts in her awakened state. So that's one change. I believe there's something else, and I don't know if I'm remembering correctly how I did this one. Oh, right. The vines are just going to grow back too quickly for us to actually bother with them. Yeah, it's already back. The only thing this might be helpful for is I can use the vines to trigger kill skills and maybe stack up some overkill. There we go, that's something. Okay, Mel's got a thunder shock element on her weapon, so I'm going to have her focus on Ivy. Nice, good hit, Mel. Or Lionel, there we go. Oh, okay. Mel has just been ejected from the battle, and now it's just Lionel and Damien. So yeah, that is the Monstrous ability for Ivy. She takes some vines, whips them out of the ground, and then pulls somebody out of the battle entirely. So now it's just a 4-on-2, and all these giant vines are starting to scare me a tiny, tiny bit. Not much, because we're still overleveled, but it's a little nerve-wracking seeing a whole bunch of giant vines staring down at you. But we can basically just pummel her away until she dies. Oh. There we go. Done. Okay. The only sad part about that is Mel doesn't gain any XP. Oh! We got another shard! Okay, Philosophic Shield. That's not better than... Well, I don't have Mel in my party, so I can't compare it to hers, so we'll take it. Attached to a weapon to increase its damage by 3. So already our potency is actually starting to increase a little bit. Now, granted, weapon shards do have a higher potency than armor shards already, because you can equip 4 armors and augment them all, but you can only equip 1 weapon. So armor shards do typically have a little bit less potency to balance them out a bit. But I will absolutely take that. We've gotten pretty lucky with those shards. That's, I think, only like a 20% chance or so of that thing dropping it. We got some gold. And an orange. Okay, and Mel's back. There she is. Alright, let's check that shield. No, not any better. Okay, so we can attach this, and by collecting that shard, our threshold has gone up once more, and now it's at 7. So, let's see. Who's got the weakest weapon? Lionel. Or, sorry, not Lionel, Damien. So we're going to give this orange shard to Damien's weapon. Damien's weapon is 80 damage. Augmenting this weapon will increase the damage to 83. Do you want to continue? Yes. Damien's weapon has been augmented. Weapon damage is permanently increased. And now, that dagger has that little orange gem in the corner of the icon. It doesn't actually appear that way in battle, only in menus. But yeah, now we know that that weapon has been augmented with an orange shard. And that's got 83, which sets his damage at 99. And he is doing fine. Okay. So, we've been to the Bloodstone Mine, we've been to Aleston, we've been to Lyre Forest. We just have the Shrouded Peaks and the Jagged Lagoon left. So let's see what's available in the Shrouded Peaks. A couple rare items. Not bad, not bad. You know what? I think we can do better, though. So, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, we'll take those jobs at the Shrouded Peaks. Let's see, we'll sell some of these oranges, the higher priced ones. There we go. Buy 1 golden key. We did use one on the left. Ooh! Ooh! Davenport is selling a legendary weapon, and holy schmunks, that's expensive. 15,500 gold. Heated Gehenna. So I don't know if you can tell by looking at it what the legendary effect is for this weapon. It has 2 elements. It is fire and shock element. Only I think there are only 2 legendary weapons in the entire game that offer dual element. This would be incredible for Mel. This is actually arguably Mel's best weapon. Because if she uses Ice Burst with a Heated Gehenna, she has every single element, except for weak status, on her weapon, and she can get Flash Fire, High Voltage, and Fragile all triggering at once. I have to buy this for Mel. I have to buy this for Mel. Well, we have to find some way... Oh, that's favorited. That's why we can't... yeah. Okay, we have to find some way to buy this weapon. Do I have any gold stored away? No, I don't. I'm 5,000 short. Oh. Okay, how much does Mel's weapon sell for? 1,300. Okay. So we need to find a way to come up with 4,000 gold. There is a way. There is a way. We've saved. We're going to play some blackjack, and we're going to do max bid. Max bid, 1,000 gold. I'm going to show you this once, and then I'm going to pause, and I'm going to come back once I have enough gold. Let's see. I'll stand at 18. He hits. He busts. And there we go. We doubled our wager. So now we have 11,000. You know what? I'll show the whole process until I lose a round. Maybe we'll get lucky. I'll stand at 20. He busts. There we go. Okay, we got some more gold. I'm going to save every time I come out with a profit. You can absolutely save scum this if you want. There's going to come a point in the game where... Oh, nice! And he also matches that. There comes a point in the game where things that you can buy at the shop are way too expensive for this to be a viable way to grind out gold. But early game, if you find something like this, you know, something that costs around 20,000 or less, you can totally just save scum and money grind out some gold here. Okay, we lost that one. We'll try a rematch, see if we can quickly make it back. Nope. Okay, so reload the save. We only need to win one more match, and then we can sell the weapon that Mel has, and that'll give us everything we need. So you know what? I'm not even going to bother pausing the recording. We'll stand at 18. Oh, of course. Okay, try to make it back right away. Got it back. Good. Okay, and perfect. Of course he matches. Okay. I'll try that again. There we go. And just like that, 14,000 gold. If we sell Mel's weapon for 1,300, that'll give us over 15,000. But I think we need 15,500, so I think we actually need to win one more match here. We'll stand at 18. There we go. Got it. Done. 15,159. That weapon sells for 15,500. Mel, sell that mace. And we have the Heated Gehenna. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Oh. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. So with that, we get the increased damage with an elemental weapon. We get the increased crit chance with shock weapons. And I'm tempted to respec now into Flash Fire and Fragile so that she gets increased damage against frozen enemies and increased dexterity with fire weapons. Because with the Fire Shock dual element, she would get both these effects. Ignore enemy resistance to fire, ice, and shock weapons. We could do that as well. We might just be able to spec entirely. Grants increased crit chance against enemies inflicted with Burn, Freeze, or Seize status. Mel... Her Witch Tree is insane. Deal increased weapon damage to enemies that are weak to the element of this character's weapon. Plus 50%. Yeah. Yeah, Mel's Witch Tree can be absolutely disgusting. So we are going to respec Mel. We're going to make her focus on that weapon. Because we're going back to the Shrouded Peaks. We might actually need to have good stuff for this. So... damage with Fire, Ice, and Shock, High Voltage, Chaos, Fragile. We have 7 skill points left. So we could go immediacy, flash fire, and activated for the bonus status effect chance, bonus dexterity with fire, and bonus accessory. We could make it so that we can ignore enemy elemental resistances, so that if we, say, attack a fire enemy with a fire weapon, it'll do full damage. We can increase the crit chance against enemies inflicted with status ailments. And if we do either of these, we could probably get flash fire as well. What do we want to do? I think... well, it's 5 and 2 or 4, 2 and 1. Regardless, we're getting flash fire. And now we have 5 skill points to spend. We can either get activated and immediacy, or vulnerable, or overwhelming. Let's just take a look at our stats. So right now, we have high voltage and flash fire. So the dex of this weapon is 160, but in Mel's hands it is 69. Haha. And the crit of this weapon is 0%, but in Mel's hands it is... she gets 15%, because her base is 5% plus the 10 of high voltage for a shock weapon. Now, also we have fragile, which means we can use ice burst to freeze an enemy, give this weapon ice element as well. As soon as we inflict freeze status, we deal 20% bonus damage against frozen enemies. Now, increased chance of applying status ailments could be really good, especially with fragile, because we do have to apply free status. But I think overcoming enemy resistances is going to be the way to go, because then it doesn't matter what element we have on our weapon, we can attack any enemy with impunity. And if we have the bonus elements that deal additional damage, there's no offset. So I think that's what we're going to do. Overwhelming. Ignore enemy resistances to fire, ice, and shock with weapons. Yeah, that is the way to go. Holy smokes, that's a great weapon for Mel. That is arguably the best weapon for Mel. And we have 118 gold left. We've pretty much spent every penny we have on that thing, but we have enough to appraise it. The Gehenna. It's a blunt weapon, and the tongue is a fire. Generates with 2 elements, always fire and shock elemental. The second element does not take up a component, allowing for 4 components on one weapon. If you want to know a little bit more about how components work on weapons, you can actually look at the, I think it's the equipment. Yep, equipment tab in the world part of the guide. Trivia, the name and flavor text reference is a partial quote from James 3:6. So that... oh, that's a great weapon. Oh, I'm so happy we found that. That just makes my day right there. Alright, what's left? Yeah. Okay. Jobs, what are we doing again? Let's go to the Shroud of Peaks. So, we need to deliver a Tranquil Flower and retrieve a special item. And what was the other one there? Kill a vampire. Okay, first off, are you selling a Tranquil Flower? Yes, you are. Perfect. So we'll buy that. How do we have 650 gold now? Wait, what? Did it... I want to check something real quick. Save. How do we have 650 gold now? Did I sell something and not know? If I appraise, does that... no, that spends gold. When did we... did I... wait, what? 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 Did I mess something up? Is there a glitch? How did I get more gold? I didn't sell something to Jafar, did I? Does talking to Jess for some reason give me money? What? Did I miscount? I'm gonna have to review the footage, because I don't know what just happened. We had 118 gold, we appraised an item, now we have 600 gold. What? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Did I do something and not realize I did something? Did I sell something that I wasn't aware of? What? I don't know. I'm confused. Okay. Well, we're just gonna deliver the... Yeah. What did I do? What did I do? What? I don't know. I'm actually confused now. I'm sure I just did something and didn't realize I did it, but okay. Anyway, update our pain settings. We need to increase our threshold one more. For the Shrouded Peaks, let's go with... Let's do a fun one. Let's do Invincible. Enemies take no damage for X number of hits. This could be a really bad idea. Especially because I don't have any spears or anything. This could be a really bad idea. But let's try it. Let's see what we can do. And... yeah, okay. Let's go to the Shrouded Peaks. Sorry, just dusting off my Cubone here. I have a stuffed Cubone beside me, and I just noticed he was covered in dust. Okay, Shrouded Peaks. 5th floor, 8th floor, 9th floor. Okay. Okay, so that little white HP bar they have indicates that they will not take damage until that bar disappears. Haha. Deals fire and shock damage to all enemies, inflicting burn and seize. Mel has a new overdrive with Firestorm because of that Gehenna. So, first things first, let's give this ice element as well. And we won't really need to worry too much about using our burst techniques, because we're not spec'd into it anymore. So now that we've used Ice Burst, we can basically just attack with Mel. We don't have to... And we'll apply every single element with every single hit. That is incredible. She's very much a weapon master now. Oh, and she just gained a level. Hello. Activated. Done. Now we get all of it. Oh, there's a chest over there, and right here, too. Okay, Mel. Your time to shine. I know this isn't going to do damage, but it will rip down all of their shields. Firestorm. And it even applied status ailments to a few of them. That's good. Okay, save your overdrive. And, yeah, attack. Nice. Oh, that's so good. And nobody can resist the damage she can deal either. That's outstanding. We are going to take everything we find now, because we have... Okay, we did find some gold, so that makes sense. I'm genuinely confused as to how I somehow gained gold. I'm probably just completely... I'm probably just a complete idiot and sold something and didn't realize it, and just forgot. But I can't think of what I could have possibly... well, this game is still in development. There's bound to be bugs. Okay, so last trip through the Shrouded Peaks. We will... No, leave me alone, birdie. Leave me alone, goblin. Yeah, we're just going to cruise through. We're not going to explore every floor. If we find something great, if we don't, no big deal. Like that, there's a chest up there. We can grab that. But we're not going to go out of our way to look for them. Mostly because this episode's already gone on fairly long, and I want to I want this to be the last episode of the series before I get back into development, because there's nothing else to show, really. I want to show everything else there is left, and then we'll actually resume development of Thrall, and that's going to be fun. And that'll probably be on my Strap Blue channel. My plan is, the first day that I get back into full-time development of this game, I want to actually live stream it. So keep an eye out for that, and yeah. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that invincible pain is definitely more of a challenge. It just slows things down quite a bit, but yeah, it gives enemies... we don't need water. It does give enemies more of a chance to hurt us, while we just kind of have to whittle them down a bit. But it does encourage different playstyles, you know? Things like spears become very good weapons, because that drive ability that hits all enemies can just rip down all their shields. Or, you know, swords. If I had Invincible turned up to 2 or 3, Flurry with swords that hits multiple times in one turn becomes a very valuable skill. So, you know, it's a tough one to make good use of, that pain setting. Oh, you know what? A bomb actually would have been great, because I could just use a bomb right now and hit every enemy, and now instead I'm probably going to want to use Mel's Firestorm. Yeah, bombs actually would be an incredibly good item to make use of if we can find those. Nice! Oh, and the seize damage, I forgot about that. Yeah. So now, Mel, just attack this guy, finish them both off. Done. Stable cloak. Okay. It's the exit, just go, just go. I should have taken that bomb. I'm feeling like an idiot now. Ooh, okay, Hardy Goblin. We're gonna save Mach Speed for using it on this guy. In the meantime, let's just rip down their shields. Use Mach Speed now, and then Lionel, you're gonna need to heal. You're taking a bit too much damage right now. I guess pudding is tasty. Putting the firepower pain on is definitely making these guys more of a threat. Okay, yeah, just keep hitting him. There we go, good. Lionel, you need to heal right now. Good. Damien, oh, you bugger. He used a heal mushroom and cured every status. Okay, he's weak, so hit him once more. Just try to take out the Hardy Goblin. He's the biggest threat. There we go. Okay, Damien, attack this one. Mel, attack this one. Lionel, attack this one. Good. Damien, rip down his shield. Attack. And, yep, everybody just go for it. Take him down. Take him down. Take him down. Done. Energy carrot and a torch. That's it? That's all we got? Ah. Okay, fine. Well, energy carrots are good, I guess, but I was hoping for more from that elite. No, I don't want... Leave me alone, birdie. Get away from the hole. I'm trying to get that bird away from the hole. I think we just gotta fight it. I should really make better use of Damien's stalking ability right now. We're not using it at all. But there's not really a lot of reason to use it. Fine, I'll go into cover for a bit. You're still a little bit injured. There we go. Yeah, we haven't really been using overdrives or stalking, so we'll definitely want to make use of those now. No, we have been using overdrives. What am I saying? That we'll use... Okay. Save Firestorm for now. Attack, attack, aura, Now Firestorm. Let's deal some damage with this. Nice. Good hit. Okay. Stalking. Lionel. Attack the new blood before it regenerates all its health. There we go. Lionel, finish off the new blood. Damien, throw. Finished him off. Probably didn't stack up much overkill on that, honestly. Lionel is level 19. He's got 3 skill points. Let's give him Mercy. Yeah, let's give him Mercy. That could come in handy. Damien has no skill... Yeah, nobody's got any skill points left, so, yeah. Okay. A little bit of a treacherous path there. Did I... Oh, I completely missed an objective. Shoot. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Well, we're on the 8th floor now. We can deliver this flower. We just gotta find the person we're delivering it to. Where do we go? Fine. Okay, 1 new blood and 2 thralls. Okay, all the shields are gone. Mach speed on the new blood. Nice, 1 shot. Save your overdrive for now, Damien. I just realized Damien probably wasted whatever overkill he did have stored up on that shield. Oh, that's something I'm gonna have to keep in mind if I want to make use of Damien's overkill. He cannot attack shielded enemies. But he can get some bonus accuracy, and Mel, there you go. Now you can start using your bursts again, and they won't be a total waste. Do not leave yet. I still have to find who I'm delivering this flower to. There he is. Did you bring what I asked? Deliver the flower. No, we're not going to leave now. Okay, there we go. Well, at least the objective we missed is the uncommon armor instead of the rare ones. So, that's something. And what are we doing on this floor? We're going to kill a hiding vampire. There's the exit. Oh, perfect. Side by side. Okay, attack. Mel, attack. Damien, attack. We're just going to save your overdrive because we're going to be fighting a boss here soon. Nice. Okay. Just focus on one at a time so they can't regenerate. Yeah, attack, attack, attack for now. We don't need to overthink this. No, we're not going to leave. We're going to grab this chest. Icy knife and a torch. Run, 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 run. Okay. There we go. So, we cleared all the objectives except for one, and... Oh, hi! I'm right in front of you. Before we deal with the boss... I actually can't remember if I coded in any dialogue with these people. Oh, yeah. No, I guess I did. This guy doesn't have anything to say. Don't be starting any more fights. This place has been through enough. A lot emptier, though. Just doesn't look like they've had much business. No one here will sell you out, but that doesn't mean you should hang around either. It's you. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see you. This place still isn't very safe for you. You should really go. If a soldier walks in here, I can't cover for you again. What about these people? I'd rather not talk to you. Don't mind them. I'm grateful that you protected Jessica, but really, you should leave. I can't even talk to that one over there. I think she has dialogue, I just don't know what it says. I forgot I had the windows in the background there. Kinda shift with the background. Okay, not really much left for us here, but we can come visit here anytime we want. But Are we geared up and good to go and ready? Yeah, I think so. So let's face off against... Wait a sec, hold on. Mel is seized. That's okay. Seth and the Royal Guard emerged. We'll cover you, Captain. Stay behind us. So, Seth starts off immediately with a full overdrive gauge, and he has a shield applied. And that shield will not go down until we take down his guards. And unfortunately, he will shield them as well. Okay. Well, I wonder if we can still... I don't think that did anything. I don't actually know if it did or not. It looks like it just clears right away. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see what happens when the shields go down. Ugh, okay, these guys are going to be a bit of a pain. Oh, no, they are. They are weak to fire right now. So, what do I have for items? Not much. Do I have any fire weapons? No, I don't. Okay. Well, even if I did, I certainly wouldn't want to replace what I have. Okay, you know what? Let's use Firestorm right now. They're all soaked in alcohol. Let's do the Firestorm. Boom, there we go. There's one down. Damien going to stalking, see if you can get some overkill on the last one there. Oh, of course. You absolute bugger. Oh, oh. Oh, no, you didn't. You didn't. Okay. Just go for it, see how much you can deal. Took him down, and now Seth's shield is gone, so let's use Ice Burst to get our ice element. He does resist ice, but I at least want the element and the status element on Mel. She ignores enemy resistances, so that works out just fine. Lionel, throw, because Mel has fire element, she can deal bonus fire damage. There we go. And let's use theft. Great. And Mel, just keep attacking. You can keep applying burn status, freeze status, weak seize status, and Damien can apply weak. And now he's basically inflicted with every single status. 3 stacks of freeze as well. Yeah, this guy's going down. He can't even move. Oh, that was perfect. An apple and a torch. All right. We did not get a shard that time. So that's the Monstrous Seth fight. He gets some shields from his minions. What do we get? A buzzing axe. That's alright. And for the second objective, a scholarly shield. Yeah, okay. We can sell it. And yeah, we still have one that we didn't finish, but we'll just return that to Jess. We don't need to go back for it. Okay, we're gonna sell all this stuff, get some money back. We're going to sell all these. It's that nimble shield. That's not bad, but I don't think it's worth trying to get the money for it. Jafar, you've got, yeah, some stuff. We can sell all these torches. Grape and the fire cherry, one of the warp nuts. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's just quickly return that job. We don't really need to worry about anything else. Okay, so we have now basically seen a monstrous boss fight in every dungeon except for one, and that is the Jagged Lagoon. So we are going to go to the Jagged Lagoon and we're going to try this out. Now, here's the thing about some of the arena maps. Anything that is dungeon specific will get disabled. So if we want to keep our pain threshold where it's at, we need to make sure that we are not using certain pain settings. So for example, Horde is not going to work, because the minimum number of enemies per encounter in the Jagged Lagoon is already 4. We'll have to turn that one off. Suffocate, time limit per dungeon floor, it's not a dungeon. Same with Abyss, dungeons have more floors, it's not a dungeon, it's an arena. All 3 of these will get disabled if we have them on. But Monstrous is fine, Invincible is fine, Firepower is fine. So let's go with... let's turn on Goliath and give enemies a little more HP. All these pain settings should still be active when we go to the Jagged Lagoon. So with that, let's go to the Jagged Lagoon to finish this off. We will see what the last Monstrous boss fight is like. There's no jobs we can take there, but that's okay. I can't remember what level these enemies are going to be at. I think 13, so this shouldn't be too tough, but we'll see. Alright, and let's speak to Van Hart and get this show on the road. So, first wave. Take down their shields. I'm wondering, if they respawn, are they going to have their shields? If so, then shielded might have been, the invincible one might have been a bad idea. However, Lionel has Mercy, so we can use Flurry to make this a 3-on-1, basically. And then we just need to focus on one enemy at a time. We may just do that. One. Yep, they come back with their shields. Okay, so we're gonna have to... Okay, that one's immobilized. That's good. I should have immobilized that one. Whatever. Okay, just one-shot him. Why not? Damien, are you gonna kill this guy if you hit him? Nope. Okay, good. And now Lionel Flurry. He's immobilized. Good. Mel, prioritize this guy. Damien attack. Damien attack that guy once more. And then Lionel use Flurry on him. Try to immobilize him. Oh, lovely. Well, okay. I actually just realized I should probably be using Flurry for my first attack more often, because the first will rip down the shield and the second will actually hurt them. Okay. Flurry. That didn't kill him. Shoot. Okay, so he's still standing. There we go. And now we can just pummel away on these guys. Pirate A is the only one that can still move. Just attack, attack, attack until we've killed enough of them for them to retreat. Don't need to overthink it. We just pummel away. Great. Okay, good. We got a spear. Cool. We still get our loot in between waves. We'll just take everything. That firebomb will be really helpful, especially on the next wave here. So let's actually just start with that right now. Firebomb, rip down all their shields. Great. 2 of them got burned, so we're gonna... I just realized that I didn't use Ice Burst at any point. There we go. Now Mel's got all 3 elements. Damien, we're going to do the same strategy. We're going to attack these guys to weaken them, have Lionel use Flurry to immobilize them. Mel, just prioritize killing them. Good. Good. Flurry. Done. I wonder if I can... Well, not anymore. Flurry on this guy. Oh, he's got an overdrive. Is he going to attack first? Sure will. Oh. Okay, well, he's immobilized now. Flurry on this guy. Good. Okay, 3 down. Now we just attack. Nice hit, Mel. As soon as all these Corsairs go down... Oh, that weak status is really helping. They can't even get an attack off. Oh, there's one. And as soon as these Corsairs go down, we'll actually be able to face the actual Monstrous boss fight. The first two waves are the same, but the third one is different. How many more? Maybe just one? I hope just one. There we go. Okay, Corsairs are down. Something's not right here. That looks like it's already augmented with an orange shard, and it shouldn't be. I think I know why, though. Because it's got the exact same icon as the weapon that Damien currently has. I don't know why that would be doing that. Okay, well, we just discovered a glitch. I will look into that and figure out what's going on there. But, that's definitely not supposed to happen. If I favorite that... Weird. Okay. I don't know why that's happening, but I will find out. I have some homework to do. No, don't save. Yeah, I have some things to look into. But anyway, time for the third wave. Let's see what the Monstrous boss fight is like. Vanart's ship emerged. What? They're aiming cannons at us. Sink the ship! Sink it! Okay, here we go. And now we have ourselves a little bit of a different style of a fight. Changes from side view to, I guess, rear view. And this ship is... Yep, basically gonna hit all of us with every attack. Figuring out how to make a side view battle system convert to look like this and function this way was not simple. And it's still a little bit janky. I will need to work on it a little bit more. Hui. It's just a good thing that we're a little over-leveled, because right now those cannons can't do a ton of damage to us. Also, Mel being able to inflict status ailments to a ship actually is still really, really helpful. Lionel, use Aura. Yeah, especially now. Nice, good hit, Mel. Okay, we got some overdrives back for both Lionel and Damien. That's good. Let's use Mach Speed. Oh, we got it. Okay, that wasn't too tough. Rapid Boots. Okay. Nothing incredible, but it's money. And that is the Monstrous boss fight for the Jagged Lagoon. And with that... that is pretty much all there is to show for Thrall right now. Yeah, I've got some work to do with figuring out what's going on with that shard on that new dagger that we just found. I know that no weapon will ever spawn already augmented, so I don't know why that's happening. I'm actually going to save this because I have some testing to do with that weapon. I'm curious if it's actually augmented or if it just looks that way. So I'm going to kind of debug mode a shard into the game and see if I can augment that weapon. If I can, then I know that it's not actually augmented, but why that icon is appearing there, I do not know. So that is all there is to show for Thrall. The demo is still... I didn't mean to do that. I'm not going to save. I've already saved once, so we're good. Yeah, the demo is currently out right now. I think everything up to this point is available in that demo. You can find it on itch, links in the description. And yeah, the game is still in development, hoping to have it fully done by the end of 2026. This is probably, I would say, 1/3 of the story for one playthrough. Keep in mind that you can play through this game 4 different times and leave behind a different character each time, and the game actually will change based on who you leave behind. You will end up going to... at this point of the game, you're going to go to the same dungeons with the same... no matter which characters you bring. But after this point, it starts to change. Actually, if we had left behind a different character, instead of the Damako Estate, we may actually be going to a place north of the Shrouded Peaks called the Frozen Hold. So it's at this point in the game that it does start to branch off in its pathing, and there will be different places you go to based on who you leave behind. You'll face different enemies, different bosses, have different story beats. You know, it is not a... it's not entirely linear, I guess. Well, it is... each path is linear, but each path is different as well. So keep an eye out for some development streams for this game. I'm really looking forward to getting back into working on this game, and part of the reason why I wanted to do the Let's Play was to, you know, spark some motivation to really get back into it, and I think that I have done that. I feel like I remember what I've actually done with this game, and I'm proud of what I've done, and I want to see it through to completion. So with that, we are going to end this episode, and keep an eye out for some development streams. Keep an eye out for some more Let's Plays of some different games. There's a game that I actually want to try out from Plexicraft called Relics of Aurelia. I would actually like to do a Let's Play of that. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think it's still in development as well. I'm going into a little bit blind. I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't actually played through the whole thing yet in its entirety, so I would like to just kind of do a full Let's Play of what's at least available up to this point, and then we'll go from there. So, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.